works, how the food is. And so when you meet somebody who's struggling, you're like, hey, I see you struggling, I'm struggling, let's struggle together and fix the situation. And so with that, you're both enduring a situation that only you two can understand. So with that, you bond this type of relationship with people. And for example, my roommate, April, she met her best friend over there. And it's almost like a goal in life for me to do the same, because you form relationships that nobody can understand. And so, and it's just like when you join the military, you are either out of state or you're in another country and you're both struggling to try to survive, to try to see, how we're gonna make this work, if we're gonna come out with some sanity or not. And so you end up forming this relationship that nobody understands and that only y'all know because y'all both endured it together. Also, my lab partner last semester met her boyfriend over there, and so that's all ultimate goals as well. But it's just like everlasting relationships that you gain from just being outside your backyard. And so with that also leads to meeting in relationships. You never know who they are. You can gain career paths from that, and then also other people can teach you educational background. And so that leads to my final topic, educational and career benefits. And so with this, when you study abroad, employers are already looking for people who are flexible, they're adaptable, and they can communicate well with people. And so when it shows on your application that you studied abroad, it shows that you're able to step outside your comfort zone, you are willing to adapt to different things, and you're flexible. You're not afraid to do anything anymore because you already almost did, something that a lot of people don't do because they're afraid to do. And so it shows employers like, hey, you could be an asset, valid asset, because not only did you step outside your comfort zone, that means I can put you anywhere I want to, and you can work for me and work in that type of environment. Also, say if you study for a language, it helps the employer with growing their business because it shows like, hey, I know another language, I can put you into this position and you can help speak for me or you can help bring in business for me. Also, studying abroad, you can gain not only educational skills but work skills as well. My coworker that I work with now, she got her bartender license here, but then she went to Spain last summer and also bartended at one of the local bars there. And she studied there for Spanish, and so she's already learning and speaking the language, but then she's also working as a bartender. So there's also customer service. So she's learning how to make not just, I guess you could say, American liquor or alcohol, she's learning Spanish liquor. And then also communicating with the Spanish local. And so when she came back, she works at Cheddar's now, and she pretty much told them like, hey, I worked at a local bar there, and I know how to speak Spanish, and I know how to just make other liquor besides American liquor. And that helps the business for sure because you're also bringing in people from different cultures, and it's like, hey, not only do we have American liquor, like I know how to make Spanish liquor. That also can help Cheddar's because she can teach other employees to do the same thing, and it can help grow the business more. And so with that, it just shows that you don't know what your future can hold if you don't pretty much kind of study abroad, because with that you gain career benefits that can help you toward the future. It can help other employees see that you're an asset and can help grow their business. And so the educational side is that people who study abroad, their academics are way better than the students who stayed, home, because you get that hands-on experience. You're engulfed in it. I keep saying language because that's something I want to study abroad in when I go over there. And so if you want to go abroad for a language, then you're engulfed in that type of environment. You're in that culture, so you have to learn how to communicate with those people. Same thing if you go over there for art. You're not just reading from a book and kind of sketching from a book. You see, what's behind you. You see this and the actual building and you paint it. And so versus if you were at school, the art might be a little bit harder because you can't really touch or really see what it looks like the angles and everything. And so educationally, it shows that you can gain a better perspective. You know, it helps you more. You get that hands-on because you're there. Versus if you're in a classroom, it's harder to kind of understand without like actually being there. And so, with that saying, I will. With that saying, I pretty much will leave you with my final thought. Pretty much, it's my dream. Since I entered high school and they told me that you can study abroad, I've always wanted to study abroad. And so, as many of you, or even just people out there, I was confused on how it works, what studying abroad is, or how it can affect me personally. But with the research I found, you know, I learned that it has positive aspects on it. Like, you cannot come out of this negatively, it's only positively. And so with this, I hope that with my research and my presentation, I hope that y'all take away that this can be beneficial. But even if you don't decide to do it, just do your own research so you know for sure that this is something that, you know, you possibly want to do, or this is something that, you know, could be beneficial to your future. And so with that, I would like to say thank you.